Hey folks, Greg here. Guess what? We've finally got around to doing the Q&A video. So let's get into some questions. First one, Sanjo22716 says, I was prescribed an immunosuppressant called Protopic 0.03 and I was just wondering, is that similar to the way a steroid cream works in terms of just suppressing symptoms? I've eczema on my face for 10 years and doctors constantly give steroids, never taken my questions or research about diet seriously. When you bring your questions and your comments to the doctors in this way, pretty much the world over, I'm learning, nobody is taking diet seriously in dermatologist offices and doctors' offices. And you've got to remember that I'm not part of that team. I'm not one of them. And so legally, I can't tell you what to do with medicines and all that sort of stuff, because there's the health model, there's the medical model, and I subscribe fully to the health model. But with my experience on Protopic 0.03, it is, I believe, the lower of the strengths of Protopic, and it is, as you know, an immunosuppressant. And so how it works is it suppresses your immune system. And I remember reading some stuff about Protopic, I think it was Protopic, if not a very similar drug to Protopic, where the cause of the effect of how it actually works to improve eczema is unknown. It's literally unknown. There's nothing on the records to really say this is exactly how it works. And so I can't even bring you a medical explanation of how they say that Protopic works. But ultimately, I would avoid it, and I don't believe it's going to in any way help your skin long term. It could do some short-term relief for you whilst you're transitioning away from steroids perhaps, or onto your plant-based lifestyle, your healthy way of living, but overall do your best to avoid that sort of thing. Next question, I have really bad thick plaque psoriasis and I wanted to ask, can I do juicing in a blender? I find it easier, and also do you think I could heal it in 3 months? Can you do juicing in a blender? If you're just talking about blending instead of juicing, sure, you can blend instead of juice, but it's possible to juice in a blender in that you blend the stuff first and then get like a cheesecloth or fine mesh and then squeeze the smoothie that you've created or the gunk that you've created through that, withhold the pulp, and then get the juice out from the other side. It's a bit of a messy process, it's a bit more involved, and you've got to get your hands more dirty than just using a juicer, but sure, if you want to do that, go right ahead. A juice is very different to a smoothie though. Can you heal in 3 months? I have no idea. I've absolutely no idea. I know nothing about your case. I don't know what you've been on, or even how long you've been suffering with this. But by all means, speak to me on Skype, and we can talk about your case. Rosie plays, I have eczema and my parents say that if I play with slime, it'll get worse. But I've seen videos how eczema is caused and it says nothing about slime. But they still don't believe me unless my family doctor says it's okay to play with slime. This is a really cute question. Rosie, I don't know how old you are, but I believe what your parents are getting at is there may be products, very, very artificial products used in children's toys like slime, that are going to react quite badly on your hands, especially if you've got eczema on your hands. It's not going to help your case because your body could end up absorbing some of that stuff. Our body is very good at absorbing substances through the skin, and so if you've got any kind of a toy with any sort of a chemical on, your parents may have a point, and you might do well to take their advice on this one. BG25 says, under the coconut oil video, I hear what you're saying, but I wear makeup, which I assume you don't, and coconut oil is amazing at taking off my makeup without irritating and drying out my skin. So what are the alternatives? First of all, why are you wearing makeup if you've got eczema? Certainly wouldn't recommend that. There's going to be all sorts of substances within makeup that's just not going to be conducive to your skin. And I'll tell you what, if you're trying to go this health route and you're trying to heal your body from the inside out, all of your beauty is going to emanate from you, from your personality. And you don't need to wear any makeup, in my opinion. So what are the alternatives for coconut oil? If you need to use coconut oil for this, go ahead and do it. It's still going to be the safest thing. So if that's your choice, to continue to wear makeup and use coconut oil to remove it, no problems, go ahead and do that. BK Beaker says, and this is under the same video about not recommending coconut oil for eczema, thanks for your advice, but when I take a shower I usually itch because my skin after showering is super dry, and I'm sure a lot of people's skin get dry after showering. How do you moisturize it? So that video about coconut oil and not recommending coconut oil is one of my more controversial videos, and a lot of eczema sufferers on there saying, no, you're wrong about coconut oil, I have to use my coconut oil for moisturization. And if you, like I say in the video, if you need to use coconut oil for some temporary relief to get you through those unbearable dry patches, go right ahead and use it. Pure 100% cold pressed organic coconut oil is going to be one of the best things that you can put on your skin. But I still recommend weaning yourself off even that and getting your body to fully moisturize from the inside out using all of these lifestyle techniques that we've been talking about for the last few years. Coconut oil is a way of moisturizing your skin from the outside. It's not an internal way of addressing the issue with eczema. And so if you want to fast track to the place of your body being just comfortable and set without ever having to use any moisturizer from the outside, this is the way you do that. But if you need to wean yourself off slowly, then that's absolutely fine. Hi Greg, I'm still looking forward to Q&A vid. Anyway, I was wondering, instead of juicing every morning, can I do it before going to bed instead? It always takes me at least 2 to 3 hours to prepare my juice. Breakfast and go to work, which is frankly quite tiring even after shift starts. I hope to hear from you. Yeah, so thanks for your question. Can you do it before going to bed? I wouldn't recommend doing juice before you go to bed because of the oxidization that happens in juice overnight, and it could, especially if you're doing green juices, you might find it goes brown in the same way that, say you're putting apple in your green juice, how apple goes brown if it's left out on the countertop, it's going to do the same in your juice. It's not going to taste quite the same, and it could separate out, and it's better just to prepare your juice and drink it fresh. That being said, if you're slow pressing with a masticating juicer, you've got a higher chance of leaving it in the fridge overnight for 12, maybe even 24 hours and get away with it. If you're using a centrifugal juicer, I wouldn't recommend that at all. 2 to 3 hours to... Do you mean 2 to 3 hours just to prepare your juice? That's a long time in the morning. I do wonder what you're doing in the morning, what your morning routine is. But anyway, I hope that helps. Next question. Okay, great. I just wanted to ask, how do you get tested for leaky gut? Okay, so there is a test you can do. There's a substance called zonulin, and this is a marker for how permeable your gut is. How accurate this is at knowing what the issue is in your gut, I don't really know, and I've never had this test done on myself. I've never even recommended people go and get this test done, to be honest. I just recommend taking the steps that are going to, in the long term, sort out your leaky gut. So, say the test comes back and says, you've got slightly elevated levels of zonulin. What does that really show you? Are you going to take action based on that, or are you just going to take the maximum possible things that you can do to heal this condition, to uproot it from the inside out? And that's what I would always recommend. Go ahead, get this test, Google it up. Dr. Axe has got some good information on the diagnosis of leaky gut. I don't recommend his protocol for getting over it, but he's got some good information on diagnosis. This is the same person again, Big Beaker. For me, the best working aloe vera gel, I'm not sure if it's good. Aloe vera is pretty good. I would recommend getting it straight from the plant for best results. A lot of the gels that you buy, even though they say 99.9% aloe vera gel on the bottle, have a look at all the other ingredients that they put inside. Getting it straight from the plant is the best approach. Next question, how will I be able to gain weight with a plant-based diet? It's been almost 5 months and my folks are telling me that I've got way thinner than I was before. What can be my staple meal that can help me gain carbs and a bit of healthy fats? If you're losing weight at this point, it's probably because your body is ridding itself of diseased tissue or tissue that it finds completely non-conducive or acidic, and it's not helpful in the healing process, the overall body healing process. And I went really thin on this lifestyle too at first, and partly that was because I wasn't eating enough, but partly it was this die-off effect in the body. And what you'll find over time is, as you stick with whole foods, plant-based long term, especially once your eczema goes away, you can start bringing back in, an avocado or two a week, and some nuts and seeds and other things that your gut should be able to handle just fine. As of now, if you are chronically underweight and you really, really need to keep an eye on this, then maybe go easier on the fruits because they're very, very slimming, and go more for the starch-based starch solution style. What are your views on oxidation with blending and juicing? I think the problem is real. I think oxidation definitely happens in blended and juiced fruits and veggies, so for best results, eat as soon as possible. Do you do free consultations? That is a very timely and a great question because I've just started doing free 15-minute consultations. I was pretty much doing these anyway, but now I've just started telling people overtly that that's what I do. So if you want a free 15-minute consultation, there's a link down below to the website. If you go there, you will see a link on the homepage for signing up for a free 15-minute consultation. Please, Greg, does cactus help remove eczema? Please answer me. I'm not sure what you mean by cactus, and I have a feeling that English is not your first language, and maybe the term cactus means something in your language it doesn't in ours. Maybe you mean aloe vera, in which case I think it has properties that can help. Cactus in general, if you're juicing that, or you mean cactus fruit's great. Go enjoy cactus fruit if you've got plenty of that where you live. Same person again, please Greg, would you please give me some juice recipes? There are some juice recipes in the complete guide to healing eczema, so download that, or if you don't want to pay £12 for the book, then Google up juice recipes on the internet and there will be millions for you to choose from. Next question. Hi, if you live in the UK, maybe you know, what are the prices of studio in London? I mean, no matter if it's in the centre or in the suburban area. This also, my pay is £6 to £7 per hour, let's say 8 to 10, 5 days a week. Goodness, can I afford? My recommendation for this is go over to zoopla.co.uk and you'll get a lot of information about rental prices in London. My immediate answer is no, I don't think you'll be able to afford a studio in London. You're looking at £600 to £700 a month to rent a room in a decent area of London. But thanks for the question. I appreciate the contrast to all the other skin-related stuff. Ray D. Dabbler, how often do you do the garlic enema routine when you first started, and how often now that you're healed? I did the garlic enema routine every single day for a month at a time when I was going through the healing process. So I do a month and then I'd be off for about 6 weeks and do another month, off for another 6 weeks. The reason for this is garlic is very strong to the body and you want to give your body a rest from just the sheer strength of the garlic in the system. And the enemas, you want to give yourself a rest from those as well because you don't want your body to become too reliant. You want to retain your natural peristaltic motion of the bowel. How often now that you're healed? I very rarely do. I would say every 6 months to a year, I do a month of garlic and a month of daily garlic, that is, and I never do enemas now. I never really do enemas now. I just don't do them because my bowel movements are epic, 2 to 3 every single day. And so I just don't need to go down that route. But will I do that again? Will I mess around with some juice fasting, cleansing, smoothie cleansing? If there's somebody I'm coaching that really wants one-to-one help long-term they really want to do a fruit fast or something like that, then I will definitely do that with them because I never expect somebody to do a healing process that I'm not willing to do myself. So if you want to sign up and you want to do a fruit fast and you need a direct support with me doing that with you, or a juice fast or something, then let me know and I'm more than willing to do that. But I'm fully through the whole healing process. I never get flare-ups now. I don't really need to go down that route again of doing those deeper healing techniques. But definitely I'm up for experimentation again in the future. So look, I really hope you found usefulness from this Q&A video. Any more questions, leave them down below and we'll get back to you in the next episode of this Q&A. I'm going to try and bang out a Q&A session like this once per week. If you like this format, let me know. If you think you've got some suggestions of where else I can do these Q&As on Facebook, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, let me know and we can go that route instead. But don't forget to subscribe. Go get your 15-minute free consultation on the website and we'll speak to you soon.